What's worse than a far-left champagne socialist who lives a life of luxury while demanding that everybody else sacrifice for the greater good? Well, the answer to that question is, well, two champagne socialists. Take a look.
Mark Zuckerberg. So Mark Zuckerberg gets to buy another island.
I was trying to hold in a cough and I started crying.
Oh, I thought you were just being timid. I feel the same way. I bring this out in people. I really do. It's fine.
Have some water.
Just what New York City needs, a crybaby Marxist Mamdani as their mayor, who, by the way, is from a very wealthy family, makes six figures. His wife is also well off, and the pair just enjoyed multiple lavish weddings in different countries, and he has been living in a rent-stabilized apartment in New York City for years now. Rent-stabilized are designed for working-class men and women in New York so they can have affordability. It is for poor people in New York so they can have affordability. So is he taking the apartment away from someone that is actually struggling to get by? It's this kind of twisted behavior. It is so common among Marxists. They never truly feel the consequences of their own terrible policies. Remember, liberals, leftists, Marxists, socialists, they are only generous with your money. If elected, Mamdani will send New York City into a spiral with even higher taxes, lax policing, with an obsession with woke politics, mixed with a proud anti-Semitic agenda, you know, like not condemning the global intifada. And to make matters worse, Mamdani has little experience, only wants to tax the white neighborhoods more, hasn't really done much of anything or succeeded at pretty much anything. Not long ago, he was an aspiring rapper. Take a look.
Go ahead, make a rap for your natty. It's a rap. Get the guap, spin the rack on your natty. Spin the rack. Come through, give a dab to your natty. If you really feeling good, spin a track for your natty. Go ahead, make a rap for your natty. It's a rap. Get the guap, spin the rack on your natty. Spin the rack. Come through, give a dab to your natty. If you really feeling good, spin a track for your natty.
All right. Unfortunately, Mamdani traded his short-lived musical career for devotion to Marxism, and now he's just months away from possibly taking the reins in New York and making the city even more unlivable. But for now, he is looking to unite far-left New Yorkers with a hate Trump campaign. Trump's not in the race. Here with reaction, New York Congresswoman and chair of the House Republican Caucus, Elise Stefanik. Okay. Rent-stabilized apartment for that guy? Really? Wow.
A true Marxist and communist he is, Sean. Rules for thee, but not for me. He's going to raise taxes, defund the police. This is a raging anti-Semite communist who is the leading Democrat candidate as we head to the general election. And this is really the state of today's Democrat Party. You have Zoran Mamdani, who is an avowed communist. You have Andrew Cuomo, a disgraced former governor who was run out of office. And you have Eric Adams, who has a cloud of chaos and catastrophe and corruption hanging over him. This is today's Democrat Party. It has decayed, and we've watched the city of New York and the state of New York decay under single-party Democrat rule. So while Mamdani goes out there and talks about affordability issues and the importance of defunding the police, which he has said multiple times, at the same time, he's living in this rent-stabilized apartment, which he does not deserve to have. That's for working-class people, and he has police around him. So New Yorkers are smart. They will see through this. We have one opportunity to save our state, and that's to defeat Mamdani, but also fire Kathy Hochul next year to get rid of single-party Democrat rule in New York.
Okay, so who are you going to beat him with? I mean, maybe if they split the Democratic vote enough ways, because you got really 4 Democratic candidates against Curtis Sliwa, the only Republican, that might create a path for him. But short of that, what Democrat's going to be much different?
Well, that's the fact, Sean, is it really epitomizes the state of the Democrat Party nationally. I'm supporting Curtis Sliwa. I've been proud to endorse him. As Curtis Sliwa said, every single one of those Democrats or previous Democrats have been on record for defunding the police, have been on record to raise taxes. It's Republicans who have put forth a vision to lower taxes and increase our support for law enforcement to get rid of this crime crisis. But you know whose leadership this has happened underneath? Kathy Hochul, who is the head of New York's Democrat Party as the governor of New York State. This has happened on her her watch. Just this past Sunday, she refused to condemn Mamdani for his multiple statements on defunding the police, for his call to abolish ICE in New York, for his wanting to spend nearly $100 million of taxpayer funds to go to genital mutilation. That's how radical today's Democrat Party is. President Trump is exactly correct that we need to address the crime crisis and the leadership that he's bringing to D.C. I'm looking forward to introducing legislation to end failed bail reform so that we can save New York from these raging communist and single-party Democrat rule.
How many tens of billions of dollars is New York in the hole, in part because they chase people like me away? Are you going to run for governor?
I am going to make that announcement after November. We are focused on the local elections this year. We need to unify to save New York. And it's not just Republicans, Sean. It's Democrats and independent voters as well who are looking for strong leadership to lower taxes, to address this crime crisis, to make sure we're unleashing energy independence instead of the insane gas stove ban that is happening on Kathy Hochul's watch starting January of next year. So we're getting positive feedback across the state, and I'm working with President Trump to do what Kathy Hochul has failed to do, and that's to eliminate failed bail reform, to put law-abiding New Yorkers first.
All right, we appreciate it. Elise Stefanik will be watching very closely.